Hello all, myself Professor Pooja Patil. I'm going to teach you unit number 2, that is test planning and management from subject software testing and quality assurance. Next point is testing efficiency. Basic is it is a defect finding rate of particular testing. Means what? Testing efficiency is very important aspect for development team and management. Suppose if test team is very efficient in finding the defects, less iteration of testing are required. On other hand, what happens if the development team is less efficient in fixing the defects, more iteration of testing and defects fixing may be required. So, more the efficient team, less the defects found in the system by a customer, as these are solved by a developer in iteration of product or service. Next is what? Every test manager must aware of test efficiency, which should tends towards a 100%. For example, 90% means 90% efficiency of testing means what? 500 defects are reported by a test team. Still, there exist 50 more defects possible. That is 95%. Still 25 more. 100 no more. Defects practically not achievable. Means 100% defects or 100% efficiency of that team is not possible in real life. Efficiency can calculate using a old success rate. Means testing efficiency is depends upon the organization culture and may not be improved easily unless the organization makes some deliberate efforts. Next point is mutation testing. This mutation testing is used to check the capability of testing program and test cases to find out the defect. It is also known as a testing efficiency. If the test cases are not capable of finding the defects, it is the loss for an organization. So that we call that term as a testing efficiency. Got it? What is mean by testing efficiency? In simple way, if the test cases are not capable of finding the defects, means it is the loss for the organization. That is nothing but the test case efficiency. If original program is changed due to some reasons and some defects are added in a system called mutant of original program, and process is termed as a mutation. Next, some other challenges in testing. The first one is the challenges associated with developer team, associated with customer needs, management and the perspective. Second one, if the requirements are not clear and the complete, or they are the consistent, measurable and testable, means they will create some problems in defining test scenario, test cases. Sometimes a configuration management is issue faced when the development team makes some changes in the requirements. Next one is requirements are wrongly documented and inspected by a business and system analyst. Suppose these knowledgeable people are supposed to gather the requirements of customer by understanding their business workflow. Sometimes what happens, prejudged based on their earlier experience. Next one challenge is code logic may difficult to capture. Oftenly what happens, testers are not able to understand the code due to the lack of technical knowledge. On other hand, testers do not have the access of that code file also. So this is the one challenge. Next is error handling may be difficult to capture. There are the many combination of errors and various error messages, and the controls are required, such as we have a detective controls, corrective controls, suggestive controls and the preventive controls. So this is up to challenges in testing. There are the another challenges of testing are badly written code introduce many defects, then bad architecture of software. So these will create also challenge for a testing. Next one is a Testing approaches. First of all, type of the organization and type of the product developed to be test defined as a test team. So there are may or may not be a separate testing team for each product to be developed. First one is what? Developer become a tester. That is a small side team. Sometimes what happen? Developer becomes a tester. Developer do his task coding and other hand, and he will knows about the development life cycle. So he will role as a tester also, and this is a common practice while working with a simple software which do not need a very structured testing. Next one is second one, independent testing team that will assign a test manager. In organization may create a separate testing team with independently responsibility of testing, and that testing team having a sufficient knowledge and the ability to develop that software and to develop, to test that software. So some of the approaches related to the independent testing team are, there are the separate testing is supposed to concentrate on testing, test planning, test strategies, test approaches, and creating a test artifacts. Second one advantage is like that there is an independent view about the work product which are derived from requirement statement. Means special skills are required for doing a special test which is available on the independent result. So these are the some advantages related to the independent testing team. Next one, team testing approach is domain experts doing a software testing. Means they are doing a system and acceptance testing. In organization may employ a domain experts for doing the testing. Generally what happens if they are doing the system testing and acceptance testing where the domain specific testing is required, means they are using a particular subject for performing that type of testing. So the first one advantages of domain expert doing a software testing is fitness for use. Fitness for use, this is the term which are used in our first unit of software testing and quality assurance. Means what? Tested in this approach where the actual user perspective may be obtained. Means domain expert will be testing software from user perspective. Means they are facilitated with developers about the some defects, about the some customer expectation, and they may be able to interrupt the requirements and they will correct that context. So this is up to domain expert doing software testing. Next one, testing reporting a development manager. Most common team approach is that sometimes what happens, test team are reporting the development manager about their test result, about their test scenarios, what they are doing and what are their result. Next one, process problems faced in a testing. The defects which are introduced in software due to the incorrect processes, due